Welcome back. In this video we will move one step further towards creating a really nice WhatsApp app. So for that, in this video we will create home page of it. That as you can see, this is a WhatsApp home page which has three segments: a calls fragment and a chats and contacts. These are actually called fragments. These three pages are actually displayed in the same activity, so we need to create these tabs in this video. So for that, let's get started. First of all, what you need to do is just go to your home directory. That is, for example, in my case, go to your package name and just create a fragment. From here, just create a blank fragment and just name it, for example, chats, and finish. It will automatically create a new fragment for us. And I forgot to do one thing there. Just create a new directory here, a new package here. uh, by doing this, our code will look simple and will look nicer. So I'm going to create a new package here, call it fragments. It's kind of a directory in which we can put our related code. For example, I'm going to move my chats fragment inside fragments, so this makes code easily readable. So just remove all of this stuff from here, other than on create view, and before this, remove this also. We don't need this code, and just remove this comments also. If you go to your imports, if you go to the right side, just hit alt enter here, it will optimize imports. Perfect. So the same way we need to create three fragments. For example, the one was for chats, this one, and the calls and contacts. Three fragments. So I'm going to do that. For that, just I'm going to copy this one from here and just paste it over and name it, for example, calls. And then we need to copy it and paste it again and just rename it contacts text. Perfect. So just go to, for example, just create three views here. We have one view created when we created the first fragment, so we need to replicate this one here. So I'm going to copy and paste it here and just rename it. For example, it is now fragment calls. So just remove this text view from here. I'll just set text to calls and just center it. It's inside frame layout, just change that to constraint layout. If I go to designer here, just add constraints towards all sides of it and just it's text view, I guess. Oh, don't do this then. First go to the constraint layout and let me check that if that's ready. Now I'm going to drop in text view. wrap content, and now I can just set its position. Just remove this margin to 8. And just make its size a little bit bigger, maybe 18 sp, and just change its text to calls. So this denotes that this is a call fragment. So just copy this whole stuff from here and just paste it inside chats, and just replace the calls with chats, and just copy this chats fragment overall and just paste inside layout, and rename it contacts. Perfect. So inside contacts, just change this chats to contacts. Perfect. So now we have all of our fragments set up. When one thing is still remaining, and that's just go to calls and change this to calls, and just go to contacts and just change this to contacts. So now we have all of our fragments set up. Now we need to create an adapter to choose from all of these fragments. So before doing that, I'm just going to main activity layout and just set up its layout. Just I need to create a new activity for that. So first of all, I'm going to create a new activity, and it's going to be empty activity, and make it home page or something like that, or home activity. Perfect. So just finish it and just go to its layout, and here you need to add 3 things. We need to add custom toolbar. We don't require the toolbar that come up with it by default, so we need to go to value styles and just change this to from dark action bar to no action bar. So we will not have any action bar here, or what we need to do is just keep it at it as it is and just create a new style down here and just change it to no action bar. And we don't want to change overall app theme, we want to change only the home activity theme. So what we can do is just go to manifest file and find your home activity from here. So it is actually here, so you can apply a theme on it. Theme is going to be home theme. Perfect. So just go to home activity layout here and just add a toolbar here. Just make it match parent and make it question mark action bar size, and just attach it at the top of the page. Just remove margins from here. Perfect. So now we need to have here the tab layout. So I'm going to create that tab layout, make it match parent and make it height wrap content, and just change its background to color primary. Also change this one background to color primary. Perfect. So we need to just attach this one. Just go to the design, select this one and just drag it. It's actually toolbar drag. Just select tab layout, and where it is gone. So it's here, just attach it with the toolbar and just remove all of the margin from all sides. So now we have our tab layout set up. Next we need to add here is ViewPager, and just make it wrap content for now, and then I'm going to just drag it at the bottom and just Control Z, just attach it with the tab layout from at the bottom side of that, and just remove these margins and just make it match constraint or 0 dp. It will convert it to match constraint. Because I haven't added the bottom constraint, so that's why doing that. So if I add other constraints too, like perfect. So we have all our layout set up. Now we need to go to our activity main. First, going there, just create a new package here and name it adapters. Now just create a new Java class and name it ViewPager adapter. Extended form, fragment pager adapter. Pager adapter, again it's an abstract class, so we need to implement some methods. Just all enter and implement some methods of it. So we need to create an array list, and let's create private of type fragment array list, and for example I can name it fragments, and just go to create a constructor for it. That will be public ViewPager adapter, and just assign some values to this fragments. And the first one is going to be new chat fragment, so it's going to be new chats, comma, the second one new. I'm actually creating the objects of all the fragments, so it is going to be new calls. And the third one is going to be new contacts. Perfect. So we have our array list created. So why it is having an error? There's no default constructor available in. Okay, so another thing we need to have here is fragment manager. And just we need to pass this to its superclass, so we can do that by just passing it like this. Perfect. So we have our get item. Inside get item we need to return some item from this fragments array list, so we can do that by just going here, fragments dot get fragments of, actually it's not array list, it's an array, so we can do this by like this. And count will be fragments dot length, and it's going to be 3. You can return 3, but that will be hard coding. That's not a better coding practice. So Next we need to have another function that will return us the titles of each fragment. For example, for chats, its title is going to be chats, so for that I'm going to have here public, and actually let me type its name is get page title, and the second one from here, just select this one, second one, and press enter, and it will automatically create this. So it's automatically creating title, getting title for us. Hopefully this works. So that's it in this fragment pager adapter. Now we need to go to our main activity. Sorry, in home activity. So we are in home activity, and we need to create first of all the toolbar. And then here just create an object of ViewPager. Find view by ID, and we haven't given any ID to ViewPager. Let me check what's this ID. It's going to be ViewPager, and it's tab layout, and this one's toolbar. So go to home activity. Home activity, where are you? Okay, so it's going to be r.id.viewPager, and then I'm going to set adapter to this ViewPager, and we have our adapter that we have created is ViewPager adapter, and we need to pass it fragment manager. So I can call a function get support fragment manager. So now we need to have tab layout. So for that, just tab layout is equal to find view by id r.id tab layout, and we need to set this view pager adapter to that particular tab layout. So we can set view with setup with actually it is setup with view pager. So it's not coming up here because I guess we have imported the wrong tab layout. It's actually widget, and just remove this one. We need to import, just alt enter on it. Oh, directly imported. So we need to import, I guess, this one. Android dot support don't has tab layout. Oh, I forgot to do one thing, and that was just go to your build Gradle file, and let me check if we have design imported or not. So we haven't imported design library, so we need to do that. And for that, just hit enter here and just copy this one, the app compat, paste it in here, and just change this app compat v7 to design, and just sync your project. Perfect. So we have our things ready now. Now we need to go to home activity again, and just look for tab layout now. it's still not importing from design, so I'm going to import it manually. So import android dot support dot design dot tab layout. Why this isn't working? Let me check if there is a separate library for this one. It comes under design. It don't has actually set up with ViewPager function. Just go to structure and just look for library and just look for tab layout. So I have imported tab layout from there, so I'm going to just sync the project again. Oh, we have done a mistake here. Let me go to again home activity. We need to just remove this one and just go with import android dot support dot design dot widget dot tab layout. So now it should work here, and you can see the mistake here I've done. It's tab layout, it's not table layout, so that's why it was importing from there. Oh, that was the problem actually. And here is also table layout, not tab layout. Why I depend so much on auto completion. It's ViewPager, sorry, it was tab layout there. ViewPager was fine, it should be tab layout there. This one. So we haven't imported Android support design library at first, that's why it was causing errors. So now we have done and just change this height to wrap content. Perfect. So we need to have we have done this Now we need to go to main activity again, and the home activity again, and just change this to table layout is the ID, but inside that is tab layout. So setup with ViewPager is a function which we need to call and just pass it the ViewPager we have just created. So we have attached our ViewPager with tab layout. Now we need to set up our toolbar. So for that I'm going to do is toolbar is equal to find view by id or dot id toolbar, and just get support action bar dot set toolbar. It's actually set support action bar, and we need to pass in toolbar, and toolbar again should be of type the second one, v7 widget, android.support.v7 widget. So that's it. And just we need to set the home page title, so I'm going to do that. Get support action bar dot set title, and I'm going to set it WhatsApp. Perfect. So now we have created our app. Now I'm going to test it. So we have missed one thing, and that is if I go to the main activity and just go to where this gets successful, so we have signed in successfully. Now we need to start our home activity, that is actually going to be the chat. So for that what we need to do is just create a new intent new, just alt enter to import that new intent, and just pass in main activity dot this, and then home activity dot class, and just start activity, and pass in the intent, and just run the project now, and we will design it later. Don't worry if you are worrying about the design of this app. We will improve this design when we are done with the functionality of this. So I'm going to register or sign in, so 611, and now we need to verify. I'm entering the code. Perfect. So we have created, but we have one problem here, is that this is not displaying the title here. The reason for that, if I go to ViewPager and go to home activity layout file, we need to make it we need to go to tab layout and just text title color, tabbed text color, and it's going to be white. So we can use the Android colors, Android color / white. So now if you run it again, and another thing is selected color, tab selected color is also going to be white. Let me check this one first. Oh, I have to register again. We will fix this in future videos. Okay, so we are signed in successfully, but we haven't, text color isn't changed yet. Sorry, we haven't set the title of each fragment, so we need to go to our fragments, just call a function here, get activity dot set title, and we can set title here like this. It's going to be chats, and just do the same for all of the fragments. It was actually calls. Let me change this, chats. So inside chats and inside contacts, just cancel it. Contacts, just make it contacts. Perfect. So just run it again and see it in action. And I'm worrying that I have to sign in again. We will do this in next videos. Still no title. That's a thing that it's actually, I guess, the problem is here. Go to ViewPager adapter, and this function isn't returning colors titles correctly. So what we need to do is just create a string title here. String title is equal to get item. Just pass in the position, and from that item we want to access its class, and from class we can get its name. So we have got the title now, but we need to get the sub sequence from this title, and we want to have title dot last index of dot, and we need to pass in the length, title dot length. So it will return us the title after starting from this dot and until the length of this title. So let's run it again and see it in action. Just send SMS, just verify it. Oh, that's crashed. Let me run it again. Just type in the phone number. My emulator is, I guess, stopping. It's not working correctly, and code is sent, so I'm going to make it. That's it. So we have done it successfully, so we can remove this dot with a single line of code. So this was it for this video. We will see this in next video, but you can do is just add a +1 here. That's it. So see you in the next videos.